Good morning, YouTube family. This is Iris. Today is September 22nd, 2022, and I just wanted to do a end of summer garden walkthrough. All these babies are having performed so well winding down for the season, but I love this autumn joy sedum here. Opted to utilize it throughout this entrance to the side gate. But I wanted you all just to see what the end of summer looks like in my garden in Zone 6A. We get an aggressive winter, so it goes September, November. That's what it feels like. It's a very small, so this is what it looks like driving up to the property. You can see from the curb, this is your welcome home. But cut the grass yesterday, and there's nothing like fresh cut grass. And you all know I live in the city, so our urban environment has constant traffic, so I apologize for that. This is as close as I get to autumn transference. But this is the porch. We still come out here and have breakfast or a cup of coffee. I am now selecting plants that will be part of the home retention. Just coming around, pardon my shadow. Wanted to show you what this side of the driveway looks like. And they are shaping up really nicely. So we're looking to create a wall. So they're being very compliant with that wall. So you have the butterfly bushes. The sweet potato vines just took the whole plant. Impatiens, those guys didn't have a chance really. And then coming back around to this side of the driveway, the shamrock plants, they are very well. This is their third flush. I just couldn't cut them back. I think I did the last cut back on the 1st of September. I was like, anybody else, we're going to just leave. But these guys will get leggy. But they're so pretty. And then the coleus, these guys love their position in the shade garden, and they're on drip, so they didn't have to worry about a thing. And then my summerific hydrangeas had minimal blooms this year, but remember, I did cut them back so they didn't fall over into the driveway. So I think next year I'm going to be more consistent with the fertilizer so they know I want them to bloom, and we'll see what they say. I love the heuchera, this Carmel heuchera, and the still be foliage is still quite attractive. And then the container plants. I was really surprised at how well the sweet potato vines took off. And I took clippings from them and added them to the hanging baskets. I won't walk through each and every plant, but even the smoke bush took shape really well. You know, we converted that shrub into a standard. So really looking forward to what next year holds for it. And then I'll just give you guys the one bald spot in the lawn, but a sample view of what we get for morning enjoyment. Now these mums came up on their own and they were so enjoyable. Again, this is my autumn interest, but we picked up some more mums that were on sale at the local fair. At the end of the fair, they sell their mums, and at Aldi's. So don't sleep on Aldi's. But the elephant ears did gain height. They seemed as if they were going to be dwarfed this year, but they did really great. And more mums. So overall, I'm hopeful that these mums will come back around. I had my last batch of clearance plants. I'm really excited about these asters as a perennial, so we'll get to see what that looks like. And then part of our fall view when we're sitting to enjoy this aspect of the lawn is I've cut back the iris foliage, which started browning. So this is what we see when we sit in the layback chairs, these chairs. We just chill with some jazz and sit back. So this is what these look like now. I'm going to do a little craftsmanship on them. I'm looking forward to what that'll offer us next year. But I don't know if you can see right there. I've started gathering pots for excavation. I'm going to bring plants into the house. Like these mandevillas are performing so nicely, and I'd like to see if I could not have to buy them every year. They're a tropical plant that vines very nicely. So I'm going to start with containers. So I've already moved this purple fountain grass into a container, and this is a house plant I moved to a container. So the project for this year is to see what I can retain and not have to purchase again. And then we'll see what that affords us. So the rhythm of retaining and maintaining a garden is very different than establishing a garden. Now, don't get me wrong, I still check out clearance plants. I can't see, I think I have some echinaceas that I got at my last clearance plant haul. I got a couple things, but even this plant here is a hollyhock, and it was up front, and the deer just enjoyed themselves to death, and I've sprayed everything on it, but I was like, no, I'm not fighting deer. So I pulled it up what I could retrieve and planted it along this fence line. So hopefully next year they'll be able to bloom and become uninterrupted by Bambi and her cousins. So the patio area turned out very nicely, and I'm grateful for it. Again, I'm gonna see what I can take in the house. Probably not the petunias. Rabbits had fun with them in my drift, but I still have dahlias that are trying to bloom, and they go right up to first frost, so I'm not gonna mess with them. And then this tropical standard hibiscus I'm going to bring in as well. So I have a little work to do this afternoon. And I love caladiums. I love canna lilies. And I like their blooms. Even when they're spent, you just clip them and the next bloom comes. But I love the foliage. I think they're beautiful. So in my mind, I'm kind of getting ready for fall shutdown. What I have to bring in, I do not bring in these container pots, but I will cut back the canna lilies and get the bulbs for next year. But I love this view. I feel very fortunate to be able to come outside, sit with a cup of tea or water and a piece of fruit for 5 minutes just to relax. So I encourage you to take a moment to enjoy your garden in the final parts of the season, but to just enjoy a backyard oasis. This has been such therapy for me. It has helped me handle the stressors of life, and I get to stay grounded with it. So I hope it is a blessing to you, and you can see what's available in an outdoor space in a metropolitan area in zone 6A, and then something that you can perhaps, again, our testimony is a build-up. This wasn't an overnight occurrence, but even the edible garden, coffee cup, elephant ears, I'm in love with them, in love. But that you would be encouraged to define what you want in your space and enjoy it. I'm just enjoying the tomatoes, and I'm going to harvest the potatoes this week. The collards are finally taking off. Again, my last post for the summer is to encourage you to find what works for you. And I tell you, this is amazing. And then I always pause and do this because it just blows my mind how that happened from a strong wind. So enjoy the summer, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful end of summer, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.